This is an adversary hearing in the Esri matter. Mr. Andreas, is this contested from your client's perspective?
It is not, Your Honor. I met Mr. Esrey for the first time this morning. We spent a few minutes in a breakout room. I have gone over with him. I do believe he understands his rights and the possible liability in a case such as this. We went over what to expect and what he is going to need to do. I believe he understands that, and he agrees that the department may have temporary managing conservatorship of his son, and he agrees to work services.
All right, Ms. Hamrick, you want to make is Ms. Lewis here?
No.
Are you want to make an offer?
The same, I would say the same as Mr. Andreas. I've met with Ms.
Can you guys hear her?
I've met with Lexi Lewis, and she I've explained everything to her and explained to her what's going on, and she is in agreement for the department to take temporary managing conservatorship, and she wants to work a plan once she is, well, what she can do from jail, and then once she is out of jail.
Mr. Andreas, do you want to take your client on direct, or are you satisfied with your proffer?
I'm happy to ask him a couple of questions. I was going to ask your permission to kind of talk to him anyway, given what's kind of going on with the noise in the background, but sure, I'll take him on direct.
Go ahead. Mr. Esri, I need you to raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you'll provide today in this cause is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are Caden Esri?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Andreas.
Mr. Esrey, just real quick, and I'm not getting on to you, just a heads up. That's okay. Listen,
That's my boss.
I understand. If we do this in the future, if we end up on a Zoom, find a quiet place. You need to presume that this is just like being in a courtroom with Judge James and everybody else, okay?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, my boss.
No. Again, you're fine. I'm just, it's new to you. I understand that. All right, listen. You and I went over all of this when it was just you and I in a room, but now we're in front of everybody and you're on a record. You understand that? There's a record being made of what everybody says.
Yes, sir.
You understand that this is a CPS case filed on behalf of your son, is it Ari? Esri. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're agreeing here today that the Department of Family Protective Services is going to take temporary managing conservatorship of your son. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're going to agree to work services that we will have a little bit of say in on what you have to do, but that you're going to have to show this department and this court over a period of time that you recognize that there were certain issues, you're taking those issues into consideration, and you're working to repair those. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand that your failure to do so could lead in the termination of your parental rights to your son. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Based on everything you and I have talked about and the questions that I've just asked you in front of this court, are you agreeing that the department shall take, temporary managing conservatorship of your son for now?
I don't have a choice, do I?
You always have a choice. This is what you and I talked about before. Is this what you're agreeing to?
Yes, sir. I'm agreeing to it.
Okay. As you and I discussed, you would like to start having some sort of access to your son. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's something I'll go over with the department and the court, hopefully before we leave here today. Your Honor, that's all I have.
Any questions of Mr. Esri, Ms. Dick?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Kinsel?
I have one question for Dad. Mr. Esri, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my name is Nicole Kinsel. I know you probably can't see me, but I'm the attorney for your child.
Okay.
Do you have any opposition to him getting vaccines, like shots against measles?
They talked about that to me. They already asked permission, and I told them yes.
Okay, good deal. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
On that issue, Ms. Hamrick, have you had that conversation with Ms. Lewis?
I have not.
Okay. Unless and until both mom and Mr. Esri have agreed to vaccinations, I want to make it very clear to the department and any placement agency that the department is responsible for managing, that this child is not to be immunized unless you have in writing from both parents authorization to immunize this child. Is that understood, Ms. Dick?
It is, Your Honor. In writing from both parents.
Yep. All right. How would you like to handle the removal facts, Ms. Dick?
I apologize. This is somewhat new. Normally I have hearings, full hearings. So in terms of the removal facts, are you saying,
How would you like to
I
handle
just
the,
need clarification.
how would you like to handle the removal facts? Would you like to have me entertain judicial notice of the affidavit for the purposes of today only, or would you like to ask questions of any witness you have present?
I would like for you to take judicial notice of the affidavit.
Any objection, Mr. Andreas, of me taking judicial notice of the affidavit that accompanied the petition for removal for the exclusive purposes of today only?
For the exclusive purposes of today's only, I have no objection.
Ms. Hammer?
No, ma'am, no objection.
Ms. Kinsel?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, for the purposes of today only, without objection, I will take judicial notice of the affidavit. Anything further, Ms. Dick?
No, Your Honor.
All right, in that affidavit also was a discussion of the department's efforts to avoid the removal, and I will take judicial notice of those as being the reasonable efforts. Ms. Pelham, anything that I need to know from you about this child?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Kinsel?
He's in a kinship placement, he's doing well, so.
Fantastic. Even if he's in a kinship placement, no immunizations absent a written authorization from the parents, okay? All right, if y'all get that authorization, then that's fine, but there needs to be written authorization. Anything further, Ms. Dick?
Your Honor, I do need to ask both parents if there's any Indian heritage, Native American Indian heritage.
I'll cover that,
Thank you.
for you. Ms. Hammer, you're gonna need to do the Indian Child Welfare Act questionnaire and family tree with Ms. Lewis at your earliest convenience. I'd like that to be filed with the court not later than May 30th. Mr. Esri, do you know of any Native American or Native Alaskan heritage in your family that could potentially allow your child to be a member of a Native tribe?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is Mr. Esri a presumed, or he's probably not adjudicated given the age of the child, presumed father? Is he on the birth certificate? Ms. Dick, do you know? Mr. Esri, are you on the birth certificate?
Yes,
would
ma'am,
need
I
to-
am.
Okay, perfect. All right. Y'all need to get a hold of that birth certificate, and everybody needs to have eyeballed that by the next hearing, okay?
Thank you.
Mr. Andreas, anything else?
Nothing from me, Your Honor.
Ms. Hammer, anything further?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything further, Ms. Kinsel?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Dick, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Esser, what's going to happen next is the department folks are going to invite you and Mr. Andreas and any of your support system to have, to attend what's called a family group conference, also known as an FGC. At that point in time, they're going to visit with you about what services the department thinks are important to remove the risk of harm that caused this child to come into care. And you and Mr. Andreas can have, and should have, an important role in deciding what services that you guys are going to ask me to make orders of the court. As Mr. Andreas alluded to earlier, there will be services that are made orders of the court, and it's very, very important that you engage and work your services, okay, for a number of different reasons, the most important of which is that's what gives me the opportunity to do what I hope you want me to do, which is return your child home to a safe, stable, nonviolent, drug-free environment. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in reviewing this case and understanding the removal facts for the purposes of this hearing, it is my suspicion, and it would be my hope, I will be looking for, Mr. Andreas, services that address the issues of domestic violence, as well as drugs. That's the heads up. So you guys know that that's what I'm going to be looking for. The other thing I'm going to be looking for is a psychological evaluation for both parents for this express reason. The psychological is going to help narrow down what services are appropriate and necessary. So you're not spinning your wheels and doing a whole bunch of stuff. Mr. Esri and Miss Lewis aren't doing a whole bunch of stuff that really won't help them get their kiddo back. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
the things that I'm going to be looking for Because I think based on the limited information I have right now, I think that will be very helpful on these parents' path to getting their child home. Okey doke. Mr. Esri, I also alluded to by Mr. Andreas, I have to warn parents in cases like this and hearings like this, that your parental rights could be restricted or even terminated unless you're both able and willing to provide your child with a safe, stable, nonviolent, drug-free home. You understand that warning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you know, and I'm going to say this out loud so everybody hears this. Everybody's on equal footing, right? I'm an equal opportunity offender. If everybody's doing great, we're going to have love fest at all of these hearings. And
Yes.
I'm going to hear how great you're doing and how great your kiddo's doing and how well your visits are going and all those good things.
Yes, ma'am.
If you aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, whether it's you or the department or somebody else, y'all gonna hear from me about that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I want very, very much to get this child home to safe parents, okay?
Yes.
Very measure and Ms. Lewis and her
You're muted.
I don't know what happened.
It happened to all of us.
Okay.
it's just an internet thing. All right,
Okay.
so I'll look forward to seeing you guys. The next hearing is scheduled for our status hearing is set for June the 3rd, 2025 at 9:30. Initial permanency is September 2nd, 2025 at 10 o'clock. Second permanency will be December 2nd, 2025 at 10 o'clock. And I've set the this is
You were breaking up, Judge.
Yes, yes, ma'am, she was.
the dates for the hearings are as follows. They're also on the docket. It is June the 3rd, 2025 at 9:30. December 2nd, 2025 at 10 o'clock. Bench trial is scheduled for March the 3rd, 2026. Is April 13th, 2026. Mr. Esri, the reason I know all those dates is we're supposed to have these cases resolved and reach a conclusion within 12 months. So there's nothing magical about me knowing those dates ahead of time, other than that's when I have to see you by statute.
Can I get one question?
Visit with you about that. I'm sure Mr. Andreas wants to know what you want to ask me before you ask me. So I'm gonna let you visit with Mr. Andreas and he can answer that question for you. And if it needs my attention, he'll let us know and we'll get a hearing set. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Very good. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Caden, do you have something to write on, or can you put my number in your cell phone?